welcome back. My name is Emily Webster. I am a 6th year second grade teacher in North Texas, and welcome to day 1 of Vlogmas. You heard that correctly. This is day 1 of Vlogmas. If you have been here since 2021, thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. But you would know that I attempted, and I don't necessarily want to say failed, but I cannot say I succeeded either. I made it through maybe a fourth of Vlogmas, and I just didn't complete it because I was too overwhelmed, and it was more work than I was anticipating, and that was just not it for the little baby YouTuber that I was. I'm still not even a YouTuber, but we are attempting and hopefully succeeding, fingers crossed, again this year. Honestly, half the battle is going to be just sitting down, recording these videos, and then getting them edited. Because something I've learned about myself is that I can film a video. It's the editing that gets me every single time. Every single time. So I have some plans and procedures and systems in place to help me this time to make sure that I can succeed with Vlogmas. And one of those things is a nice calendar that tells me what to film, when to film it, and, just going to keep me on track and organized. Also, another thing that I'm doing to help hold me accountable, as well as make sure that I get it done, is to batch record some videos. And what I mean by that is today is November 27th, so Thanksgiving is actually tomorrow. And while that might be cheating to some people, because I know that the traditional way to do Vlogmas is to vlog your day and then post it the next day, for this full-time teacher, that's just not going to work. So we are going to, I am going to batch record videos, and then I'm going to have vlogs sprinkled in throughout Vlogmas. So that way you're still getting holiday vlogs, but you're also just getting some content from me. So I hope that's okay. My goal is to post 25 videos in 25 days. Actually, it might be more like 24. I haven't decided if I'm actually going to post on Christmas or not, but at least 24 videos. Let's hope for that. And we're going to start off strong with a December coffee chat because I want to catch up. I want this to be a real chatty video, and I hope that you settle in. I am wearing fun gingerbread earrings. I have a fun festive dress, even though in Texas today it is 81 degrees. It's November 27th and it's 81 degrees. There's that. I also have a fun holiday drink. It's not in a holiday mug. I cannot find any of my holiday mugs. They have disappeared. It is an iced sugar cookie latte, so I hope you have a festive drink too. And I am sitting by our brand new tree. I am so excited about this tree. I bought it on Monday. Yes, we have decorations. Here's some right here. I have some to the side of me because I was just on a FaceTime call with my grandma, and she was asking me if we had decorations, and we do. I'm just waiting for my husband to have the time to be able to decorate it with me. He's been working late, like lots of nights this week, and we just haven't had a chance to decorate it together. So it's a blank tree right now, but probably in a couple other videos it will be full, which will be great. You'll know when I recorded videos based off of whether or not this tree is decorated. There might be a few more videos where the tree is not decorated. And you know what? That's totally fine. Anyway, welcome to our December coffee chat. Let's go ahead and get on in. So if you see me looking down, it's because I did go ahead and write notes for myself so I wouldn't forget anything. And man, oh man, I did not realize how busy November was until I went to go write these notes. I was like, no wonder I'm exhausted. It was a busy month. So let's go ahead and get started with some of the things that happened in November. At the first weekend of November, I was able to go to a concert with one of my good friends, Megan. We went to the Day Glow concert, and it was a blast and a half. I actually was not familiar with who Day Glow was until I went to the concert. I loved it. I loved the live music, and this was the first time that I had ever been to a concert where I actually preferred the live music to the Spotify music. The music is awesome and it's great on Spotify, but I think the live show is actually better. So I was just really pumped. I don't know if it was the music itself, if it was the show, if it was the light show that went with it, but I personally think the live show is better than any of the music on Spotify. Say if you're looking for a new song, one to check out would be Crying on the Dance Floor. I think it's a really cute acoustic song, and I'm a sucker for acoustic music. If there is an acoustic version of a song, it's 12 out of 10 times going to be my favorite. So that one's a great one if you're looking for a new song. The next thing that happened is I had a lot of babysitting opportunities as well as tutoring once a week. So the tutoring once a week I have been doing since the summer. I actually was tutoring 3 days a week in the summer, and we've transitioned it down to 1 day a week. I do it on Zoom, and it's fine. It's a nice little side hustle gig, but I had 3 babysitting opportunities in November. That was about 1 a week, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot considering I have been babysitting less and less since a family of mine that I used to babysit for exclusively moved back to Kansas, where I'm from. So anyway, lots of babysitting opportunities. I babysat for someone's birthday dinner. I babysat for someone to go on a long run on a Sunday morning. And then I babysat so 2 of my friends could go to a concert, which it's really funny that they went to this concert because I went to a concert in October that they wanted me to babysit for, but I had already purchased tickets, and I wanted to go to this concert, but I was babysitting for this family. We have very similar tastes in music, and so I joke with them, and I was like, it's always going to be a race for whoever gets concert tickets first, because I'm their only babysitter currently. They're from Sweden, and so they don't have any babysitters except for me. So anyway, it's always a race to see who can get concert tickets first. We also had our Young Life banquet. So if you're not familiar with what Young Life is a nonprofit organization that helps lead high school students to the Lord. And then Wildlife is the middle school program. In the city where I'm in, I currently serve on Young Life Committee, which is the behind the scenes adults that work to make sure that Young Life runs. And a lot of that is through fundraisers. And one of our big fundraisers was our Young Life banquet, and I was on a subcommittee for decor for banquet, and so to see some of my ideas come to fruition was really cool, and it was just a really good time. My husband and my in-laws came and sat at my table. We ate really delicious Mexican food, and I'm always so is invigorated the right word, or inspired after banquets like this, or events like this. Just hearing other kids and their testimony just fires me up for all things that the Lord is doing in our high school friends. So it was a good time. Okay, another thing that I did is I went to my student's play. He performed in Pirates Past Noon Kids, and I have a silly story about this play. So back in October, the mom invited me and sent me a list of dates, and she wrote all the dates that he was performing as Jack, so the lead role. Well, she said Friday the 21st. Well, Friday, it was actually the 22nd, and she goes, just shift the dates. So I didn't know if that meant Friday the 22nd or meant Friday the 22nd or Thursday the 21st. I didn't know how she meant shift the dates. So I went ahead and just chose the 21st, which was Thursday, and when I show up, she goes, oh, he's not playing in the lead role, right? He's just a pirate tonight. I was like, oh, no, I didn't realize that. My bad. So I went to the show, and it was great. He loved being a pirate. But then I was like, I could go to the Sunday showing of when he's Jack. So I went to the Sunday showing, and it was a lot of fun, and I loved getting to see it from both perspectives. I loved being there on opening night when he was a supporting role, and I loved being there at the closing show when he was the lead role. And it was so worth it to be able to go to both of them, because when he ran out into the lobby after the show, I was the first person that he saw, and he goes, Miss Webster! He was so excited to see me, and it honestly was just so worth it to see the look on his face when he saw that I was there. He goes, I didn't see you out there. I was like, I know, I was sitting to the side, but I saw the whole thing, and it just lit my heart up that he was so excited to see me there. So it was worth it. 12 out of 10. Recommend going to 2 shows if you accidentally mess up and go to the wrong date. Then at school, we had 2 events this month, and one of those was Veterans Day. So we had a Veterans Day celebration outside. We had a parade inside. We made a cute little bulletin board for our veterans. And it was just a really solid day. I loved it. The day after Veterans Day, we had World Culture Day. And World Culture Day is so much fun. So there's two different things that happen on World Culture Day. First thing is we have a parade first thing in the morning where all of the students who are participating get to have a parade. It's a really good time, and I can insert a video. We have like a dragon dance. Like it's a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy it. Students get to present about their culture to their class if they sign up. We had 5 in our classroom present, and it was just a grand old time. I love getting to watch my kids present about their culture. And then after school, they had a World Culture Day like short musical performance. They played 2 songs, and then they also in the cafeteria had their booths set up with the food from their culture. They had presentations like these big trifolds, and it was a really good time. I absolutely adored it. This is probably one of my favorite PTA events that we have, and just warms my heart. And it like warms my heart to see my kids so excited about their culture and just presenting about their culture to everybody else. So it was a really good time. Lead professional development. And this is a really special professional development because my principal asked me to lead on election day. So on election day, students had the day off and teachers came in to do professional development. How my school decided to do it was we had different rotations that everybody could go to throughout the morning. So I led a session on whole brain teaching, and I was really nervous about how it was going to go over because whole brain teaching, I plan on doing a video about it and how I use it in my classroom, but it's one of those things where like if you're unfamiliar with it, it just looks like you have to have a certain like personality to do whole brain teaching, and that's just like not the case. So I was nervous about how this was going to go. But it went really well. Like went over with like flying colors. I loved it. So much so that I have some news about it. So during one of my sessions, I led 6 of them, I believe. I think it was 6. I'm almost certain it was 6. I led 6 sessions of this professional development. They were about 30 minutes each. And in one of the sessions, my math coach sat in on it. My principal sat in on it. And then at about 5 minutes through the presentation, I see my principal's boss walk through my door. And I was like, oh no, like I'm already nervous enough because I'm presenting in front of my principal, let alone my principal's boss. But she walks in and I'm like fully anticipating her to only stay like maybe 10 minutes. No, she stays for the whole thing. But it was great because she absolutely loved it. She thought it was awesome. She encouraged me to submit a proposal to lead it during our like whole district PD day. And so I did. Fingers crossed it gets approved because I'm pretty pumped to lead it. And then, even more incredible, I was asked to collaborate with a teacher from another school in our district, and she's going to come and observe me on December 5th. And then in January, when we come back from winter break, we're going to lead PD together. So I am really excited. I am just so glad that I said yes to my principal to doing this professional development because it's opened up a lot of doors for me. And I'm someone who really enjoys leading professional development, and this was a goal of mine to lead professional development by myself. So not only did I do that, but I did it in front of my principal, in front of my math coach, and in front of my boss's boss. So really pumped about that. I'm so proud of it. It was probably the professional development I was the most proud of creating. I've led 1, 2, 3. This was my 4th PD that I've led, and I'm the most proud of this one. So anyway, super excited about that. I have 2 more things. This is just our November recap. Man, it was a busy month. A birthday party for my husband's friend. We went to a place called Truck Yard and have a good time. We had some beverages, ate some cupcakes, had a good time chatting it up. I met a lot of teachers. They all teach high school though, and so it was fun to get to talk about that. And then last but not least, this one's not fun. My car had an oil leak. And I'm really proud of myself for knowing that I had an oil leak. My husband was also very proud of me as someone who's like obsessed with cars. He did not catch that my car had a leak. And ultimately what ended up happening is I'm going to butcher this. I want to say a gasket seal. There was a seal that was missing that should have been on there, but it was like non-existent. And it was because I took it to a place that I thought was doing a really good job, but turns out they were not doing a very good job. So they lost my business, and now I have to take it to the dealership whenever I want to get an oil change because the other, let's call them a third-party place, messed up my car. So we got that fixed, but thankfully Toyota took care of me. And I'm pretty sure like threw in an oil change for cheap, gave me a rental car for the weekend for free, and then gave me some discounts to make sure I wasn't paying a ton out of pocket. So I ended up paying $150 for the labor and repairs and an oil change. And we learned our lesson, didn't we? So that was November in a recap. Whew, that was a lot. How was your November? Let me know down below. Was it as eventful as mine? Man. Okay. All right. I don't know. Hold on. I made a couple different outlines, so there's one that I like more than the other. So, holiday prep for me. What does that look like? Well, first things first, it looks like batch recording videos, so I have things to post. 2, I decorated the earliest I've ever decorated. And I did not decorate November 1st. I just told you that we got a tree on Monday. So I decorated before Thanksgiving, and that never, ever, ever happens. I used to be live by the rule of you don't decorate until after Thanksgiving. Well, this year it just wasn't going to work because we're going to Kansas for Thanksgiving. So we're going to Kansas tomorrow. And then when we get back, it's already going to be December, and I needed to get a new tree. And honestly, I was just feeling really anxious and like overwhelmed, and I thought that decorating for Christmas would bring me joy, and it definitely did. So I'm glad that I decorated early. Started Christmas shopping early, which is unheard of for me. I'm normally a last minute Christmas shopper, simply because I'm never like planned ahead enough. So let this be the year that I am planned ahead to do all the things. I started buying Christmas gifts early. We are about 3/4 of the way through our Christmas gifts, which is really exciting. And just getting decorated early and just like being organized and prepared is really helping me prepare for the holidays. Along those same lines, I'd love to tell you what I'm looking forward to in December besides Vlogmas, which I'm going to tease a couple of videos here after this next section, but I'm going to tell you what I'm looking forward to in December. I am looking forward to all of the parties. I know for certain we're going to have a Young Life Committee party. I know we are going to have a Friends. It's a Merry Thanksmas. So it's like a Friendsgiving combined with a Christmas party. And then our school parties. So our like class party I'm looking forward to. It's Grinch themed, so super stoked. I'm looking forward to the 12 days of holiday cheer. Dress up days that come along with that. Hint, hint, there's going to be a video about dress up days. I'm looking forward to our Christmas tea. This is a tradition that my school does where we have a Christmas tea together. Everybody has their own like antique teacup, if you will, a vintage teacup, and we all have a Christmas tea and we read the Christmas tea. I believe it's a poem, I think is what it is, but it's just a good time where we're in community. Have tea together, and then afterwards we have our favorite things gift exchange. So instead of doing a Secret Santa, we do a favorite things gift exchange where you bring your favorite thing in a gift. It's usually a limit between $25 and $30, and then you sit in a circle. And last year we rolled a dice that told us which way to pass our gift. The way that we've done it is we will read the poem where you pass it left and pass it to the right. And then whatever you end up with is your gift. So I'm looking forward to that. This year, something new that we're doing is we are having a gingerbread decorating contest. So I'm stoked. That gets to happen on the first day that we get back from Thanksgiving break. So I believe, let me look at the calendar. Hold on. That is on December 2nd. I'm almost certain it's on December 2nd. Yes, on December 2nd. So Monday, December 2nd, we will be having a gingerbread house contest. And then we are also going to go look at Christmas lights as a team. I'm really, really, really excited. So that's also going to happen on Monday, December 2nd. So what's going to happen is we're gonna do our gingerbread decorating contest. Then we're gonna go to dinner as a team. Then we're gonna go look at Christmas lights, and we're going to go look at Christmas lights on a horse-drawn carriage. So I am so excited. It's gonna be a good time. And then last but not least, we are going to do our holiday sing-along. This is something that reminds me of my childhood in elementary school. And I love it when the whole school gets together and we get to sing all of the holiday songs. So those are all the things that I'm looking forward to in December. Let's talk about Vlogmas just a little bit. I know we touched on it at the beginning, but I want to touch on it a little bit here. So I am choosing to participate this year because it's going to get my rear in gear in terms of getting some videos posted on this YouTube channel and just ending the year strong on YouTube. I had a really great spring in terms of YouTube. Like, I was uploading consistently. I was posting vlogs. I was feeling good about myself. I posted a video that did really, really, really well, and I was really proud of that. And then I posted one video over the summer, and then I just went silent. And I'm not proud of that. Typically, when I get overwhelmed, YouTube is the first to go, and I don't want it to be that way. So I'm participating in Vlogmas to, like I said, just get my rear in gear and get some videos posted because I'm really excited, and I just want to prove to myself that I can do it. So that's why. Some videos that I plan on posting, I'm not going to give you everything, but some ideas, or not some ideas, some things that you can expect are, I hinted at it earlier, but a dress up day ideas guide, because I always get told that I'm really creative in terms of like how I dress up for the holidays, and so I want to give you some ideas. I plan on telling you some ways to build classroom community. My goal for Vlogmas is to have equal parts like holiday vlog content, but also some teaching content to provide some value. So just know that. There might be some that you really like and some that you don't, and that's a-okay with me. A declutter with me video to get ready for the new year. One video that I'm super stoked about that I've already planned out, but it's not gonna come till like the very end of Vlogmas, is my top 24 moments in 2024. Going through my year and just like looking at all of the big moments was really cool. And this was a year that like I want to be able to document those moments. So I'm really excited for that video, and I hope you are too. So that's coming. Lessons learned in 5 years of teaching, because that's one that I had planned on posting a long time ago and I just never did. So I want to post that one. 10 reasons I love being a teacher. I want to do a December morning routine, a December evening routine, and a winter break bucket list. So those are just some of the things that you can expect from Vlogmas, along with many more. If you have any ideas for Vlogmas, go ahead and leave them in the comments, because this is not set in stone. Like, if you would like to see something better, go ahead and let me know in the comments what you would like to see. My classroom goals for December. Honestly, to keep it short and sweet, I want to just find balance in the month of December. So I don't know where I got this idea, but I got the idea that because I'm in my 6th year of teaching, that this year was going to be a lot easier and I was just going to be able to like coast on by this year. No. We got a new science curriculum that's taking up a lot of our team's time. And then in addition to that, I have taken over planning writing. So last year I planned over reading because our reading curriculum was new and I was familiar with HMH. Well, now our focus is on writing and making sure that we have a solid plan moving forward on writing. So rewrite it, but like revamp some of that curriculum to make sure that it fits our students' needs best. So that's taking up a lot of my time too. I also have added a couple things to my plate. So we have something at our school called Student Lighthouse, which is very similar to a student council, but it is, what is the word I'm looking for? It goes along with Leader in Me, because we're a Leader in Me school. So Student Lighthouse, like students lighting the way for all of their other friends. I am a crew leader. My crew is the Habit Huddle crew, and we work on writing scripts for our Habit Huddles and making the slides for the Habit Huddles. We actually have not been making the slides, but that is our goal come January. So I am a Lighthouse leader. I am on the campus improvement team. I am also a UIL coach. I am a team lead, and I just have a lot of things going on. So this year is definitely a lot of work. And so my goal in December and moving forward is to find some balance. I want to find balance for some hobbies like this, like YouTube, which is also why I'm participating in Vlogmas. I want to find time to work out again. I would like to find time to just do things that bring me joy, like reading. Like, I know I'm not going to reach my reading goal, even though I did read 4 books in November, which is great. But I'm not going to hit my reading goal this year, and that bothers me a little bit, but you know, it's fine. So my big overarching goal for December is to simply find balance. So hold me accountable to that. What is your one big thing that you're hoping to achieve in December? Let me know down below. Finally, I want to talk about the books that I have been reading recently. So I read 2 fiction and 2 nonfiction books. This honestly has been the year for me of reading all the nonfiction books. I have just been like really into learning all the new things. They are mostly all teacher related, which I think is fine. The 2 fiction books that I read were Please Tell Me and Ward D. I know Ward D is by one of my favorite authors, Frida McFadden. If you have read The Housemaid, then I think you'd really like Ward D because it's by the same author. I don't know what this author does, but she just has a way of really captivating me in terms of her like writing. I think it's because she has short chapters and that like keeps my attention span. And then I don't remember, I'm gonna look it up really quickly on the Please Tell Me who the author is of that one. Please Tell Me book. Both of these are thrillers, by the way, in case you were curious. Mike Omer is who Please Tell Me is by. And this one it's a thriller about this girl. They're trying to solve a crime, if you will, through play therapy. So it's a nice little mystery. And then the 2 nonfiction books I read were Whole Brain Teaching. That one was great. I read it in preparation for my professional development that I was leading. I highly recommend it. It's a good read. And then I also read Best Practices for Tier 1 Instruction. So this year, our district is really honing in on best practices in terms of Tier 1 instruction and exemplary lesson design. And so I wanted to read that to learn just some of the best practices. And I have a whole video coming out on like my favorite cooperative learning strategies, how I have transitioned from primarily small group teaching to whole group teaching and those types of things. But that's why I read the best practices at Tier 1. So I'd recommend all 4 of those books. They were all 4 stars and above. So anyway, yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hopefully can do more of these coffee chats in the future, but in order to do that, I need you to give me some questions that I can answer so that way I'm not just like talking about myself this entire time, even though that was a lot of fun. What happened in your November? Was it as busy as mine? Let me know. Let me know any questions. Let me know Vlogmas ideas that you would like to see. And thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you made it this far in the video, can you leave me a Christmas tree emoji so that way I know you made it this far? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that way other teachers just like you can find and keep the joy in teaching too. I will see you in tomorrow's video. See you later. Bye.